What an amazing darshan. This darshan is so powerful that just by having a glimpse of this form of Swamiji liberates us from the depths of delusion that you might be stuck in, and all answers the prayers, the deepest prayers that you have, liberating you from Maya, from all the bondages. You experience the space, the state beyond Maya, the space of Maya Theta. This beautiful darshan is where Swamiji has bestowed all of us with this space as Bhagavan Simhagna Murti, manifestation of Paramashiva. Now, let us all manifest this initiation as a power. Understand, every single day, when we manifest powers, we get it is literally like after you eat, how important is digesting after eating, right? It helps you assimilate the nutrients. Same way, every day after darshan, manifesting powers is literally like digesting the food after eating. It helps you assimilate the initiation very powerfully inside you, and you will start manifesting these amazing breakthroughs and powerful cognitions. Right now, we're all going to be entering into manifesting the power of being able to alter the temperature of another person. If you do not have a thermometer, but if you have a blood pressure monitor, you can use that for altering the blood pressure of the person. Listen very carefully. This power gives you the ability, all the fundamental primal nature of us, like hunger, sleep, or let's say temperature, or let's say blood pressure, sugar, all of these we think has its own course. We think it's independent, it's not under our control. But Swamiji beautifully reveals how each of these aspects, it's completely under your control, means by your will, you can command it, you can dictate how it has to manifest for you, and it will manifest for you in that very way. Now, we're all going to be manifesting this very interesting power, and I'm going to have to request all of you to connect to a partner for manifesting this power. Can I request every one of you to please take a minute and connect to a partner? Nityanandam, Ma Parameshwari Krishnan, Ma Mary, and Ma Olicia Evenko, Ma Kala Kala Priye, Ma Shuchen, every one of you connect to a partner. And what you're going to do is very interesting. You're going to now manifest the ability to alter the temperature of your partner's body. Whatever it might be a high temperature, low temperature, you're going to use your conscious will to change the temperature of your partner's body. I request every one of you to measure their temperature and take a photo of their current temperature as it is with the timestamp. So you can say like at 9:11, their temperature was 97 degrees. And you can actually drop it or increase it and decrease it. You can play with it. And please make sure you get the consent and make sure that if you're having any kind of physical issues, do not play with this power. Please check with your physician, consult before you do this. This power is not for any curing, any alternating, any physical manipulation of the body. This power purely awakens your conscious will to alter your own body's temperature, which brings you to experience that your body is under your command, which means you can, by your will, alter and heal your body. So I request every one of you to please take a few minutes, connect to a partner. Ensure that you're connecting to a partner and you manifest this power. Please chant the Mahavakya. Get their consent. Please request the consent of your participant.
Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Paramashivoham Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham Om Paramashivoham Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham Om Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivoham Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham
Please relax.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham 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 Om Nityananda
Yes. Request all the participants, please relax. How many of you have manifested? I request all of you to please share. How many of you have been able to manifest this round? Please check now and see if you have been able to change the temperature. And please share the results with us here in the chat. Now we're all going to be entering into the next session. This is an important session. See, you're going to be learning about how all the time we terrorize ourselves with insecurities, fears, just beat ourselves down, whether others do anything to you or not. Each of us do this to ourselves. How many of you are understanding that? So much anxiety, so much of insecurity, fear, panic attack. Understand, don't think of it as something cute. It is actually a damaging pattern. That pattern is a toxic pattern sitting inside of us. And understand, that is based on violence. Only when you feel you can be violated, you will be violent towards others. So we are going to learn a very important topic on dropping your anxiety and receiving a special boon from Swamiji for dropping your anxiety. Let's listen to the revelation now from Swamiji.
Means fear, you will be caught in fear in future at some point, and anxiety about your ignorance. Listen, I'm using different words. Fear of anxiety, anxiety of your ignorance. Fear of anxiety means feeling at some day I will be caught in the fear. I don't know how I will handle myself. I may go mad. I will lose my mind, as if you have one now. And anxiety of ignorance. Oh, I am so ignorant. I don't know what I will do in my life. I don't know what I will be able to do. The anxiety about your ignorance, both will collapse the moment you accept your introduction, which is done to you by Upanishads. Tremendous strength in your perception, strength in your cognition, strength in your thinking. Listen. Strength in your perception, strength in your cognition, strength in your thinking. Listen, I tell you, royal secret. Whenever you expect result, the kind of the anxiety, anxiousness, frustration, your mind is more faster than the light and sound. It can visualize, imagine the goal of your life now itself before even you begin, and already feel frustrated, feel empty with your goal, one side. The other side, feel tired and bored and terrorized about the effort you need to put to achieve that goal. It can create extremely dangerous, multi-dimensional complexities, complications, and life negative patterns. No, they don't exist.
They don't, okay.
Whatever does not exist, Sadashiva doesn't speak about
it.
It's your invention.
Okay.
The amount of fear you experience is only the amount of toxins. It has nothing to do with reality or facts. How much of possibility is there snake biting you? Almost 0.000000000%. But how many people see snake in dream, waking state, all the kind of states? Even when they are scrolling the Facebook, if there is a snake photo on the Facebook, people will not touch that. They will scroll in the side. They will not touch that photo of snake in the Facebook screen, in touch screen also. They will not touch the photo of the Facebook. Photo of the snake in the touch screen. How many of you are like that? Even if it is a snake's photo in the touch screen, you will not touch that photo in the touch screen. Long-term decision, stability-based decision. Listen very carefully. Chastity makes romance into stability. Chastity makes romance into stability. When the chastity reduces, stability feels like a bondage and suffocation. Only the feminine consciousness can understand this beauty of chastity. The power of passiveness, ability not to get agitated or respond to the so-called external situations in a hurried way. Understand? Chastity destroys anxiety and insecurity. Chastity makes romance into stability. Certain level of chastity which only feminine consciousness can grasp is needed for a disciple to experience oneness. I tell you, all the devotees who make me melt by your devotion and commitment, if I have to give you some secret, sacred, secret, sweet, important teaching to show my love and my gratitude to all of you for standing up with me, take this teaching. This is what I will give you. Continuously, intensely, go on be talking to Paramashiva. Even while you are typing, doing your business, doing all the things, go on be giving a live report to him inside. It will become actually a lifestyle, charya. And you will see everything becomes so sweet. All the fear is sucked out of your life. There's no toxins. Absolute existence, all that confidencelessness, powerlessness, anxiety. Oh, what will happen here? What will happen to that? What will happen? All that will just be completely sucked away from you, taken away from you, burnt away. Love exposes your blind spots to you. When the real tsunami of love happens in you, your whole gets integrated. When the tsunami of fear happens to you, your whole gets integrated. That is why when there is a survival threat, you express so much of energy, whether to fight or flight, for both. The speed with which you fight or the speed with which you run away, both will be extraordinary when there is a survival mode, because it integrates you completely. Same way when you are in love, it integrates you completely. Both the emotions, fear and greed, integrates you. If you use your love to integrate you and make your declaration reality, you are a bhakta, devotee, path of devotion you are traveling. If you use your fear, integrate you, and make your declarations into reality, you are using the path of renunciation. I tell you, always use your love to integrate you. That will be most sweet, safest path. Declarations are sweet, declarations are tasty, declarations are powerful when love becomes base material. My disciple cannot have anxiety attacks. My disciple cannot feel stuck. My disciple can only do power manifestation and constantly falling in love with Paramashiva again and again with life, with Guru. It's all one and the same. What do you feel about your life? You will feel the same with Paramashiva. You will feel the same with me. That is why when you have a problem with your boss, I have to attend to this first. I don't know what will this girl think now. I have to take care of her. If she gets into incompletion. Understand? What you feel with life is what you will feel with Paramashiva, and that same thing you will feel with me. Whether your business or career or profession or anything in life. Life is nothing but breathing space of Paramashiva. That's it. Especially once you are initiated and you are integrated to initiation, you live in breathing space of Paramashiva. You live in breathing space of Paramashiva. I tell you. Nothing can shake your being. Nothing can move your being. If you decide power manifestation as a lifestyle, understand one thing. Just one exhale from Paramashiva, he produces millions of Sarabeshwaras, and one exhale from Sarabeshwara, he produces millions of Kalabhairavas, and one exhale from Kalabhairava, all your enemies will be destroyed, and all the problems in your life will be destroyed. All negativity will be destroyed. Understand? Listen. One exhale from Paramashiva, thousands of Sarabeshwaras. One exhaling from Sarabeshwara, thousands of Kalabhairavas. One exhaling from Kalabhairava, or one from Kalabhairava. That's it. All the negativity in your life is destroyed. Understand, my disciples cannot have anxiety attack. My disciples will not have anxiety attack. I am there with you. I tell you a very simple thing. If you feel like you are having anxiety attack, just stop eating that day. Don't eat. I'll take care. Then you will understand this whole anxiety attack is only simple chemical. It is not factual reality. Understand? Listen carefully. My disciple cannot have anxiety attack. He can only have Kundalini awakening. He can only have experience of love, experience of Kundalini. Understand? Snake I am wearing today is Kundalini only. Kundalini is in the form of this snake, Rudraksha snake, Rudraksha Naha. Rudraksha Naha Raja. Listen. Power manifestation is too simple and really too powerful and too useful for your day-to-day life. It's a most useful spiritual practice. It is intense prayer, intense Advaitic oneness, intense yogic samyama, and intense Shaktipada and Shaktinipada. All put together I have given as one method, power manifestation. Just three things. Listen, Paramashiva is inside you, cognize it. And he is endless resource. And he is waiting to manifest for you. And you just need to connect with him, declare your integrity to him, and make Satya Sankalpa. That's it. Again, the whole thing is just incompletion. Pick up your root incidents when the incompletion started building in you incomplete. We will now work on navel center, the Manipuraga chakra. See, this chakra is related to confusion, constant worrying, irritation, anger. All these thought currents are centered in this chakra. If you clean all these thought currents, this chakra will be awakened. If this chakra is awakened by the initiation, this thought current patterns will be broken. Worrying, irritation, restlessness, confusion, being agitated. That is why when you get some worrying, disturbing news, you say, I can't stomach it. I can't digest it. Not in one language, in all languages all over the world, that I can't digest it, that expression is there. Because you are thinking, worrying, and stomach digestion, Everything is very closely related. If you get any shocking news, disturbing news, the first part of your body which will be upset is stomach, you can see. That only first gets affected. It is very unfortunate. Worrying becomes pattern in human beings now. In India, the heart attack before 21 has become 14%. Please understand, 14% of Indians die before the age of 21 due to heart attack. It's a report just 3 days before released. 10 years before, in 2002. 2002, it was 1%. 1% of Indians below the age of 21 die in heart attack. Now it is 14%. So you understand that the main reason the researchers are saying is the lifestyle change. Worrying, stress becomes a lifestyle. Below the age of 21, people who have heart attack in India. Shocking. Really shocking. The stress is becoming pattern. See, I am working with millions of people. I tell you, from my experience, something more than your work stress, like a deadline, target, relationship, all that, you are habituated for worrying. You feel if you are not worrying, you are not performing. Continuously I work on people to separate worrying and performing. Worrying does not increase or support your performance. But I have seen these guys, just to try to pose as if they are performing, they will be constantly screaming at everybody and show that they are worried. Even if you act in front of others as if you are worried, like your boss, all bosses are always worried. Nobody knows why. And they constantly act as if they are worried. But after certain time, they forget they only started as acting. They start believing and they start living. And the delusion and illusion they created for others swallows them also over. Many times, in the illusory fear, you miss the real danger. Sacrifice. Go on, do tyaga of all fears. Feeling terrorized, anxious, being pushed to take decision due to fear. I tell you, when you sacrifice that, you will simply know the real danger and you will solve it. Real danger is never a danger. That is the truth. You know how to solve it. I tell you, whether your problem is as simple as stomach pain or as difficult as reaching Kailasa, Tyaga is the Sarva Roga Nivarani. Solution for everything. If you sacrifice your fears and anxiety, if you do Tyaga of your fears and anxiety, whole life changes. Surrender itself is nothing but teaching you Tyaga in a very loving way. purpose of life is to have conscious access to the superconscious happening inside you. That superconscious happening is what I call as Paramashiva. Some traditions call as Parandama. Some traditions call as Parameshwari. Some traditions call as Parabrahmam. Some traditions call that as Paramatma. Any name you may use, whether Paramashiva, Parabrahma, Parandama, Parameshwara, Parameshwari, Paramatma, any name. Having access, conscious access to that superconscious happening is the purpose of your existence. Listen to that, understand that truth. When you get conscious access to the superconscious happening in you, you will understand, you will be able to operate, involve, do what you want with using the manifestation of your superconscious happening. Having conscious access to the superconscious happening inside you is Iccha-mrityu. That is what is Kala Samhara. That is what is Mrityuhara. That is what is Mrityunjaya. The great Mahamantra, Mrityunjaya Mahamantra, given by Markandeya Rishi, gives you the beautiful description of having conscious access to the superconscious happening inside you, and that Mrityunjaya Mahamantra also opens, it's one of the path to have conscious access to the superconscious happening inside you. Having conscious access to the superconscious happening inside you is becoming Siranjeevi, like Markandeya. Now listen. There are many paths to have conscious access to the superconscious happening inside you. Being ferocious with yourself and focusing on the source of your first person. Focusing on the source of your first person gives you conscious access to the superconscious happening inside you. And everyone around you is also carrying the same superconscious happening inside them. That is why I say every one of you is Paramashiva. Many people say, Swamiji, I can accept you are Paramashiva. Even I am Paramashiva. but never my spouse. That is too much, Swamiji. I have seen many people saying, I can very easily accept you are Paramashiva, Swamiji. I can very easily, maybe little more convincing, because you are saying, I'll accept, I am Paramashiva. But whether you say or anyone says, I cannot accept my spouse is Paramashiva. Listen, everyone has that superconscious happening inside them. To have conscious access to that superconscious happening, love, care, deep friendliness is the path, method. To have conscious access to the superconscious happening inside you, being ferocious with yourself and focusing yourself on the source of your first person, unclutching, nirvikalpa samadhi dhyana, all this ajapa japa of Nadatma, all this is a methodology to have conscious access to the superconscious happening inside you. Love, care, sharing, deep friendliness, absolute love. Absolute friendliness, absolute care. All this is the method, technique, path through which you can have conscious access to the superconscious happening in others. All power manifestation is nothing but having conscious access to that superconscious happening. For Paramashiva's message directly from Kailasa. Listen. Ferociousness is the source from which rejuvenation happens. When you allow fermentation of ferociousness inside you, rejuvenation happens. Understand? The more rejuvenation you allow, more you will be manifesting Paramashiva. More enlightenment energy, more and more you will manifest best things of life when you allow rejuvenation. You will be having more transformation, you will have better health, you will have higher energy, you will have higher powers, you will have everything best when you allow more and more rejuvenation to happen in you. Rejuvenation is too important. Listen. Rejuvenation is too important. Listen intensely. Please be very clear. I'll define ferociousness. Ferociousness means powerfully standing with the truth, even if the whole world outside and your whole world inside tries to delude you and denies the reality. The reality is you are Paramashiva. Even if the whole world outside tries to deny it, or your whole world inside tries to deny it. Ferociousness means powerfully standing with the truth, uncompromising, absolutely not letting the outer world to add any self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial inside you. The world or my world. See, your outer world is the world and your inner self, your inner space is your world, my world. For you, my world, for me, my world. The world or the impacts of the world on my world, nothing should be allowed to dilute you, to lower you, powerfully standing up with the truth. This ferociousness you are Paramashiva is the truth, ultimate truth. You should come to this conclusion because it is truth, not because if you believe you are Paramashiva, you can manifest powers, you can have this, you can have that. All that as a reason. See, when you cognize you are Paramashiva, you will manifest powers, no doubt. You will play with life, no doubt. Your whole life will be Leela, no doubt. But you should cognize you are Paramashiva because that is the truth. Not because there is a utility value because of that truth. That is the truth. So, deciding to cognize the truth uncompromisingly because it is truth, powerfully, is ferociousness. Ferociousness should be cognized as uncompromising, powerful cognition of the ultimate truth because it is truth. ferociously deny all the denials in the outer world or in your inner world. In the world and the impact of the world, outer world, in the inner world is your world. In both worlds, deny absolutely anything other than the ultimate reality. I'll describe precisely step by step. In the initial level, you will try to hold powerful cognitions like you are Paramashiva. The ultimate reality is you. And try to gamble with those powerful cognitions. I will believe I am the ultimate reality if my spouse stops fighting with me. I will believe I am the ultimate reality if my boss gives me vacation. I will believe I am ultimate reality if I get pay hike. You will try to gamble. But please be very clear. The happening of the outer world and its impact on your inner world both should not and cannot change the reality. You are the ultimate. Ferociousness means cognizing the highest reality because it is reality. Cognizing the powerful truth because it is the truth. Not because of any utility value. The utility values will come, always will come. Once initiated by the Guru, be very clear. The ultimate truth should be lived uncompromisingly. Listen, you are Paramashiva. See everyone, everything as Paramashiva. Just uncompromisingly, powerfully hold this truth in your inner space and start acting on it. This is ferociousness. Understand? Two incidents I gave. In my life, one day I missed the morning Manglarati in Ramakrishna Mutt. Mutt has a beautiful routine. Early morning, during the summer it is 4 o'clock and during the winter it is 4:30. The morning Manglarati, everyone has to come and sit and do the spiritual routine. One day I missed the morning Mangalarti because I overslept. I did not do the cute analysis. Oh, what is the pattern? What must be the reason I overslept? I did not do all that cute diagnosis analysis. It was a ferocious decision. I think we should stop sleeping, that's all. The ferociousness with which I decided to stop sleeping. Only next 3-4 days I did not sleep. But the ferociousness was powerful enough to open my time layer. My decision to be in Mangalarati moved from length, imagination, breadth, visualization, depth, declaration to the space. Time opened up. And after that, not only I never missed Mangalarati, never sleep was a voting component of my life. Understand this word. Sleep last voting right in my life's any decision. Any decision I took in my life, sleep, tiredness, depression, boredom, all the four are, see, tiredness is the chemical effect of sleep. Depression is the psychological effect of sleep. Boredom is emotional effect of sleep. Coma is physiological, psychological, emotional effect of sleep. Death is the conscious effect of sleep. After that day, no decision could be influenced. Understand? After that, no decision in my life was influenced by sleep. The story of Bhishma. He goes to the woman. Santanu has fallen in love. Actually, he is going to pick up a girl for his father. That itself was not usual in Vedic tradition. And she expresses the fear that my son will not be a king. So I don't want to marry your father because you will be the king. Even if you don't become, your son will fight for the throne. See the ferociousness with which he handles the problem. He is not saying, don't worry, I will not fight, I will make sure my son does not fight. No. The ferociousness. I declare myself Akanda Brahmachari. Understand, the scene is described by Vyasa. It was such fantastic scene. Son sacrificing his life for father's lust, which is not dharmically expected. Dharmically, he is not expected to do this. He just deals the whole problem with ferociousness and says, not only I will be a servant forever to the Hastinapur throne, he declares himself as a servant of the Hastinapur throne forever, and he died for Hastinapur throne till the end. Understand? He dropped his body to protect Hastinapur throne. The last act he did, giving all the spiritual and dharmic strength he had to Dharmaraja, now who is Hastinapur throne head. Before he left the body, he made sure the right person is in the Hastinapur throne, Yudhishthira. And he infuses all his best things, Vishnu Sahasranama, and the system to rule. Both he gives to Yudhishthira. I don't know how many of you know Vishnu Sahasranama was chanted by Bhishma on deathbed. on arrow bed, he chanted, and he gifted the great spiritual principles, the principles of administrating a country through a spiritual way, and gave literally everything to Hastinapur throne and left the body. Listen. See, in our Puranas, every incident and the boon and the whole story you need to connect and see. Only then you will understand the principles. He declares with all the ferociousness, no more sex. I am a brahmachari, Aganda brahmachari. Understand the ferociousness. Time opens. Listen, whenever something happens on the planet Earth, when the time layer opens, the gods and goddesses shower the flowers. Any incident you read, Devatas were showering the flowers, that incident will be directly related to opening of the time. What is opening of the time? Your vow or the decision is from space, not restricted by time. Understand? Something is imagination, visualization, declaration, if it is bound by time. The same thing, if it is not bound by time, it becomes your space. It becomes your space. If you take the vow of integrity for 3 months, you will be constantly tired, bored, depressed, frustrated. Oh, this is binding. Anything which you think you will break will tire you, bore you, depress you, and force you to break it immediately. Why delay? Ferociousness opens time. That makes your imagination, visualization, declaration into your space. When Bhishma declared, I am Akanda Brahmachari, the power. It was so powerful. It was so powerful. Heaven showered. Heaven showered. Understand? Any situation, if you deal it with ferociousness, your declaration becomes space. Your declaration becomes space. Where the whole nature just supports you. What makes you powerlessness? Your own fear or incompletion or distrust on you. You may not stand with something which you are declaring forever, whether it is a sannyas or marriage or oneness or Shakti manifestation, whatever. Your own feeling, you may not stand with it, or you may not be capable of standing with it. That makes you powerless, and that makes things only as a imagination, visualization or declaration without letting it become space. Understand? If you dip from your space, the oneness, now you will manifest all the powers of Sadashiva. Because the initiation is same. It's not that initiation is going to change. Initiation is same. That's not going to change. Antidote for not manifesting powers is ferociousness. You need to add more ferociousness in your oneness declaration. Your inner space need to be told ferociously. Oneness is going to be the space from which I'm going to make all the decisions. All my decisions are going to be from oneness. All my decisions are going to be from the logic of oneness, visualization of oneness, depth of oneness. Understand? If you want to have a big breakthrough in power manifestation, I am giving you the knack technique. Ferociously deal with your powerlessness. Let ferociousness become the attitude with which you deal your powerlessness. Understand? Whenever Guru shows you the ferociousness, Master shows you the ferociousness, he is showering the real love. Don't think Adi Guru, the great Master Dakshinamurti and Kala Bhairava, all the ferocious forms of Paramashiva, like Kalantaka, all the ferocious forms, and Adi Guru Dakshinamurti, all of them came from the same face, south face Agora. Don't think it is coincidence. Adi Guru Dakshinamurti and Kala Bhairava, all of them came from the same face, Agora, south face. It's not coincidence. Ferociousness is a straight, intimate, raw, integrated way Guru deals you, handles you. If he has to strategize and present himself very sweetly to you, understand you do not have an integrated relationship with him. You have a strategic relationship. He will also be having a strategic relationship. Ferociousness is Paramashiva dealing you with his own hands, with his empty hands, bare hands. He will never kill you. He will only hug you. Anything you see other than ferociousness, all forms of sweetness, is handling you through a strategy, means some weapon. The weapon may be looking very comfortable, but not good for you in long term. Ferociousness, straightforwardness is the best integrated, intimate relationship with Guru. Understand, my love is lubrication for your machine. My ferociousness is energy, fuel, power for your machine. Any machine can run without lubrication, but it cannot run without power, energy. My ferociousness is as important as power is needed for the machine to run. My love is optional, which is not compulsion. Don't even expect lubrication. Understand? More patterns, more unconscious, more delusion, more you become time bound. That is why Kala Bhairava is described as ferociousness. This is exactly Yogeshwara. He says, whenever you are ferocious and break one pattern, you gain 1 hour extra in your life. Understand? I'm giving you a rough example. Sometimes when you break one pattern, you may get even 3-4 hours extra. Means that 24 hours chronological time is different. Consciously, how many hours you are living, that psychological time is different. Phenomenology of the time. Listen. In reality, chronological time does not matter for your existence because you are a conscious being. A being just takes birth, eats, reproduces, ages and dies. For that being, chronological time is enough. But you are not that kind of a being. You are a conscious being. You have a purpose to exist. You feel desire, fear, greed, wanting, not wanting. You have choices. And you feel your freedom to choose. Understand? The moment you feel you have a will, you are a conscious being. So how many hours are available for your consciousness, your awareness? That psychological time matters. Every time you are ferocious and break a pattern, you gain time. You gain conscious extra, conscious longevity. Every moment you live in Kailasa, I will naturally teach you to be ferocious with yourself and break a pattern. That is why the time you spend in Kailasa feels like, wow, so much time. Because every pattern destroyed, you gain inner space. Every powerful cognition inserted, you gain a power. Your inner space, Takara Akasha, is like a milk. If you do the right process, it can become ghee. With powerful cognitions getting added, it can become ghee. If it is bound with patterns, it can get rotted, wasted, destroyed. Kala Bhairava is the symbol to teach you ferociousness and break all the patterns. Every time you break patterns, Kala Bhairava gives you the blessing. Have few more hours. Enjoy, my son. What I am talking is the most scientific principle. Understand? Paramashiva is most scientific scientist. The most scientifically scientific scientist. Exactly, I learned this from Paramashiva.
That is a powerful session and a powerful revelation from Swamiji. Today, each of the things that we have learned, every single powerful cognition, whether it was about being ferocious with yourself or don't terrorize yourself, and about the Paramashanta Swarupa, each one of these, just these powerful cognitions entering inside of you transforms you and takes you to that space of Paramashiva's Paramashanta Swarupa. So just meditate on every single powerful cognition you receive today. And with this, we've come to the conclusion of today's sessions. Thank you so much for each one of you that have joined. Tomorrow, the sessions will be starting at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, starting with yoga. So make sure you're joining in. Please use the same link, paramashivoham.org, and make sure you're choosing level 3 so you could be here. Now let's conclude with the Purna. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sat Sat Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nityananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu Om Nityanandam. Thank you all, Nityanandam.